Breaking news. Tonight, the French are shitting bricks as they lose Gabon, another mineral-rich francophone West African country, to a military coup. This is now a revolution.
Hundreds pour out on the streets of Gabon's capital, singing songs in celebration. Residents here in Libreville reacting to news the army has seized control. Earlier, soldiers announced election results from this past weekend's vote were null and void.
We have decided to defend peace by putting an end to the current regime. To this end, the general elections of the 26th of August, 2023, and the truncated results are canceled. The borders are closed until further notice. All the institutions of the Republic are dissolved.
Soldiers celebrated as coup leaders announced the country's president, who had just secured a third term in office, had been placed under house arrest. Ali Bongo is reportedly surrounded by his family and is being provided access to his doctors. Soldiers, meanwhile, read out a list of names, including the president's son, who had been arrested, and detailed their crimes.
High treason against national institutions. The mass siphoning of public funds. Organized financial wrongdoings on an international scale. Forgery and the use of forged documents.
The Bongo family has been in control of Gabon for over half a century, with Ali Bongo in charge for the past 14 years. Saturday's election lacked international observers and saw internet services suspended, raising concerns over the transparency of the vote. The internet appears to have been restored on Wednesday once soldiers announced they had taken control.
It's happening. We got another video I'm going to play in a minute. First, I want to give all praises, glory, honor, and power to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, those who were well and who I learned this truth from. And salutations to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth out there in all sincerity and diligence, risking lives and freedoms to do so. All right, I'd like to say shalom to the rest of the elect as we all await the second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shah. This is your brother Chagabar. All right, and as you can see, Africa is in a revolution right now, man. All right, Africa, okay, there's been 8 military coups, all right, since 2020 over there in Africa. All right, because essentially those African countries, all right, they're fed up and they're through with the French. Okay, the French and, America, the West. All right, because majority of these African countries that have been having these military coups were former French-owned colonies. Okay, and that's why those particular countries, their currency wasn't even an African currency. It was the fucking the franc, whatever, France's currency is called. Okay, and these countries, all right, over there in Africa have been fed up with the France exploiting them of their goods. Okay, France has been exploiting Africa, their uranium, okay, their iron, right? All of those various resources that are abundant over there. We know that the West, okay, including France, has been exploiting the hell out of Africa. All right. And no coincidence that, the time around when this pandemic started, you've had 8 military coups since 2020. All right. I believe the latest is Gabon. And in this video, he's going to go into Nigeria. All right. And pretty much go, a little bit more in detail as to the fact that these countries they're fed up, man. They're fed the fuck up. All right. And not only that, you got Russia's Wagner group. Okay. Wagner group that is in these various countries in Africa. Okay. Different military bases. All right. Are over there because what? They know that a war with the West is coming, man. Okay. They know that this war is coming. All right. And what you see is what Africa, all right, is through. They're through with the puppet governments that the West has set up, all right, over these last, these last several decades, man. Okay, let me grab this real quick and I'll play the video. Because you're witnessing this collapse, man. You're witnessing the fall of America's tyranny. Okay, the tyranny, right, which tyranny goes into an oppressive and cruel rule or government, okay, an oppressive and cruel government. Well, the governments that these puppets the West has been setting up in these particular countries, all right, have been oppressing the hell out of those different people in those populations. And now we're at the times where those nations are rising up, man. So you've had 8 fucking military coups over there, and there's a revolution going on in Africa that they are not talking about over here in the West. Okay, that information went out that it was not Niger and Nigeria had both cut off power to the French embassies over there. Okay, because they want they're done. They're done with this shit, man. So this shit is all about to go up in flames, man. Now this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. It says, "For there should be sedition among men, all right, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Which this is something you're beginning to witness take place everywhere. Okay, we mainly go into this prophecy, to speak of America, okay, because when this happens over here, all right, that's when it's a wrap. But you're seeing this sedition, which is inciting people to rebel against their government, and in this case, these tyrannical puppet governments, man. These people are through. They're done dealing with the bullshit. You see, and all at a time of they're backed by Russia. Okay, the petrodollar has lost its value because those different OPEC countries have joined BRICS. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, okay, Iran, all right, etc., man. So there's gonna be no recovery for America, man, and all of everything America, all of the goods this place gets is from a different country, man. This place got to import all them damn goods. So what do you think is gonna happen when, as the America loses the Federal Reserve status, and this place has to buy these different goods? Well, these other countries are gonna tax the hell out of this place, man. That's why you've been hearing about the 55 bricks or $55 US to one BRICS note, because if America's gonna have to buy them goods, look, this place won't survive, man. It's gonna be hyperinflation. It's gonna be all hell over here, man. That's what's coming. Okay, it's inevitable. All right, and you're seeing these different countries, all right, are rebelling against the West. It says, "For there to be sedition among men and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power," man, because the main kings that have been ruling, all right, has been Western Europe, including America. Okay, America and NATO and the EU have been this stronghold over the people, but now we're in them times where the scriptures say, "Let the weak say, I am strong." All right, and all these countries are waking up, all right, and aligning themselves with the winning team, man. Okay, all right, let me play this.
Happening, guys. Various armies across African countries are now officially in panic mode, and this includes even Nigeria, Cameroon, and many more African countries. We've seen an unprecedented wave of military coup d'etats. I mean, where the military comes and takes over the government. For instance, Gabon happened yesterday, where the military took over from power from the Bongo family in a so-called democratic government that a single family has held for 52 plus years.
You see, so-called democratic government, man. The West has pushed their so fucking called democratic Western philosophy on these other nations, and these other nations are through. They're fed the fuck up with it, man. And tell me how France is aligned with, NATO in the West, but yet they want to, they wanted to be a part of that BRIC summit. But these African countries was like, hell no, man. We don't want y'all here. Y'all need to return our gold. Y'all got a lot of debt on y'all hands, man. You see? So how bad is it for America when their ally France, all right, which is in hot waters with Africa, don't even, want to be a part of the West no more, man. See, America's through, man. This shit is through. Okay? All right?
Now, Nigerian army have now announced that they are going to dismiss a bunch of soldiers who they feel are disloyal. They have asked them to leave, and they have told the rest to swear allegiance to the president and a bunch of other people, you know, in the order that it's meant to be, by the way. But loyalty is mostly not told or bought. Loyalty is earned. Now, so I want to quickly educate my followers on why these coup d'etats are happening in Africa. These coup d'etats are happening because there have been a long history of Western oppression of Africans through the government. And the military is kind of saying enough is enough. In most African countries that have had these coups, they are either controlled completely by Europe or by US. For instance, all the countries that you've heard so far are countries that use the CFA franc. I mean, their currency is France's currency, which France does not even use. So if they make any money, France takes about 60% of the money, including more taxes and more taxes. And France does absolutely nothing for these people. For instance, France comes to Niger and they take up virtually half of Niger's uranium exports. And they give them what? Corruption and pennies. So that is this. Loyalty is not something you tell people. Loyalty is earned. And let's see how this whole thing plays out.
Well, we know how it's going to play out, man. All right, Scripture just told us what? This addition that's everywhere, all right, the course of the power is going to stand in the hands of the people, man. So they overthrown these goddamn puppet tyrannical governments, which fucking that's what's going on in France, too. See, all around the world, man, you had it in Haiti, right? Haiti is going through the exact same thing. Okay, you have gangs that have taken control of Haiti. Okay, you see, so this is playing out in everywhere, man. Okay, revolution. We in that spirit. We in that time, man. All right, of what people rising up. All right, and fighting back. And this is the what's funny about you damn Americans, man, because even though even though they're taking away your First Amendment, I mean your freedom of speech, right? They want to they're attacking all of your rights, yet you people still have not risen up yet, man. But we know it's coming, okay? We know that those things are coming with you Americans, all right? And in your pride, what it's gonna take is what? This damn collapse of the dollar, man. Them coming for your resources, them telling you that you can't you can't own this shit anymore, man. That your cash and all that shit is gonna be useless, it's gonna be pointless, man. You see, you've been dealing with hyperinflation, all of you goddamn proud, well-off Edomites, man, you gonna be in the same category as a regular ass nigga, man. A typical Jake. You see, and that's what it's gonna take for you people over here to finally fight back, to rebel. And this is all prophetic, man. You see, all right, let me grab this and then I'm gonna close on out. All right, because what? This is just the end of this shit, man. Let me grab this. Is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. It says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, which goes into his philosophies. That's why he went into what? This democratic governments that have been set up in Africa, in these different countries. You see, that's the doing of the West, the white man. You see, fucking colonialism. All right. It says he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Yeah, they don't keep at home because they go and take everybody else's resources, man. Look at the nations that have joined BRICS. They've all been dealt treacherously with by the West. You see, it says, who enlargeth his desire is hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people, man. Okay, and then they sell you on the American dream and have all these various, these particular people from these different countries coming over here thinking that they're going to, live that American dream. These people come over here, get indoctrinated. The women become feminized, right? The men become effeminate. I mean, motherfuckers get over here, enter the land of confusion and enter Barbie land, man. You see? But this is the reason why these nations have risen up, because they're going to be used for the destruction of America. All right. Verse 6, it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And you see that. That's what Africa, is doing with France right now. Okay, again, majority of the military coups are happening in previous, former French colonies. So they're like, you're no longer taking our shit. You're not taking our stuff no more, man. Okay, they're done. It's a wrap. Verse 7, it says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, man. And how are they going to be for booties unto them? All right, because of what? These nations are going to spoil America, man. Okay, you all right? You got China's about to invade Taiwan. There's a lot of, again, not being covered by mainstream media, but that invasion is about to happen, man. We can't forget about that. You see, all of these various things, man. It says, verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, and it don't take a rocket scientist, man. When you go into, Daniel 7, all right, when you go into that fourth beast, which represents the, Rome, and then the revitalized Roman Empire, which is America. Well, that fourth beast, the scriptures say, is has ruled the entire earth. Okay, all four corners. That's America. See, so it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city and of all that dwell therein, man. So these nations, okay, are what? Seeking now to spoil this place, man. All right. And it's gonna start with the collapse of the dollar. All right. And with that, we know America's gonna go to war behind that, man, because they have nothing left. They no longer have a petrodollar status. That's being completely stripped from them. All right. As these days progress. So we know that this place is gonna have to go to war behind that, man. All right, just to fulfill, biblical prophecy. All right, and that's pretty much been the point, man. I'm gonna close out and give all praises to Yahweh. Bashim Yahweh Shabbat Shem Kakadash. DTA Wall Baba Ball. Shalom.